You know what I do still? I do this all the time. Now, again, I know people think I'm crazy, but all the time I see things and I go, I already think like we are at a war against robots. That's what I think. I say the war has started. The robots know they're at war. They are winning because they know, and we don't even recognize we're against the war. So now there's these things when you go to a Chili's or you go to a Fridays or any of these places and you get this thing called a Ziosk. Have you seen a Ziosk?
Yeah, and I got to tell you real quick, I'll let you go into this, but the Ziosk thing, that's where you order your food from? Like,
yes, it's basically removing the job of waiters and waitresses.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what else those things have in them. They have games built in so you can wait for your food, and they don't tell you that they're going to cost money. I mean, maybe they do. I handed one to my daughter. She's like, can I play this? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. If it's
$30 later.
Yep. Oh, it's on the bill when you get it.
Yeah, those Zios, they do. And I'm not going to complain. Like, the games are cool because fuck it. Let's waste some time. Let's play some trivia. But again, the idea that the waitresses who encourage you to use the Ziosk, I go, you are saying this is my replacement. You're training your fucking replacement. So when I get to the Ziosk and they go like, basically I'm doing their job now. Here's the ticket. Here's the order. And then it comes to the time to sign it. When you sign the Ziosk, I sign, this is true, and it pisses my wife off every time. I sign a middle finger. I do two little, like, here's the two knuckles, here's a big middle finger, here's two knuckles. Because I'm telling the computer, fuck you. I know we're at war. I know we are at war. And I'm the only one that knows it. I get in so much trouble. I fucking go ahead.
No, I was going to say there's a thing going around the internet. It's a photo. It's a meme, I guess. Where there's like, it says at the top, it says there's a picture of a kiosk like at a McDonald's where somebody's just like placing their order at a kiosk instead of going up to the counter. And on the top, it says McDonald's employees want $15 an hour. And it's just the picture of this kiosk with people at it.
Yeah.
And it's like, here you go.
Well, and that's where we're all fucked, man. In my opinion, we're all fucked because like, if we took a stand, like this is the thing, honestly, this is the big argument going on in the world right now. Are you a progressive or are you a regressive? Do you want progress? Do you want the jobs of the future? If there are jobs, do you want automation? Do you want technology? Or do you want to go back to a time where we had, like you were talking about Minecraft, miners and like these trades and we had factories and all that. And that's it's almost like this is the last gasp of the regressives right now. It's their last, like, not only, like, I get the Trump thing is one comparison, but also Brexit and the EU. It's like there's this thing where the people who are regressives, which I consider myself very regressive, in the fact that I like the idea of, like, fuck it, let's go back to living in tents. But, like, the progressives go, like, we need to move forward. And so I think that there's a thing that this is our dying breath because you cannot fight progress. Like, technology is going to happen. Robots are going to happen. There will be a kiosk taking a McDonald's guy's job because the kiosk is way cheaper than a McDonald's employee who makes $15 an hour. But in my mind, I go, and I don't know, Serial is a very progressive guy. He loves the idea of technology moving forward. I feel like what's going to happen? We're eventually going to replace all the jobs. We're eventually going to what the fuck what are people going to do when everything's automated, everything's a fucking big box store and everything's ordered on the internet? What are we going to do? I don't fucking know.
I'm with you in that aspect. Like, okay, so I am for progress. I love progress. I love technology progressing. I'm a tech head. I'm a techie guy. All the new gadgets and all that shit that come out, I'm all for that. I just don't think we need to put all of our research and all of our development into things like replacing, people at McDonald's with a fucking kiosk. I'm not for that progression because, like you just said, what's going to happen is all those jobs are going to be gone now. And now those people are going to be out of jobs and they're going to be looking for other jobs. And then it's just going to snowball. And then there's too many fucking people in the world as it is right now. What do we got? 7 billion people on the planet?
We got too many. We got to do something about that. That's a problem.
Yep. It's too many. And then you got Trump that doesn't want abortion. It's like, dude, there should be a thing where it's like, and I hate to get political. I hate to put my views out there because everybody always gets opposed to somebody's opinions. But, I want to say if you're not for abortion, if you're against abortion, you should have to sign a piece of paper, and then you should legally be bound to at least take in 2 adopted kids. Because if you're gonna like not let people abort babies that can't raise them properly, they've got to go somewhere. And you can't just like, oh, well, I'm against abortion, but I'm not adopting shit. You know, I don't want any kids.
Yeah, yeah.
know?
Well, no, and there is something to be said. Like, if you look at the way like Planned Parenthood and stuff like that started, like the pro-life movement is right in one regard, which is why was it started? The lady who created Martha Sanger was into the idea of population control, and she was into this idea of the population was getting out of control. We have to control it. And I know that's a fucking really extreme idea. But if the whole world just keeps, we're a virus. Like, I don't think humanity realizes it's a virus. It's a fucking virus. We spread and we spread and we spread and we contaminate whatever we touch. And, we think we're the smartest thing on the earth, but we don't realize we're one meteor away from being the next dinosaurs. Like, one more, and boom, it's over.
We're so smart. We're stupid. So we're so smart that we create all these things that are fucking killing us. And we just, like you said, we just spread like a fucking disease. We are the virus of the earth.
Yes.
And I think we're only about 1 billion, or I think they're saying about 1 billion away from capacity at this point. I think they said, I read it somewhere, we're at like 7 billion right now. And once we get up to like 8, we're at the max capacity that the earth should have for people on it. And it only goes up. It doesn't go down. So it's going to eventually just douche itself of us, you know?
That's what's going to happen. It's dinosaur shit. We are fucking dinosaurs. We are going to fucking go extinct. And what I think, though, is when I talk about regression and all that, is I do think there's something to be said for the idea of, like, we probably will create the thing that kills us. Because I think that's what robots are. We'll create the thing that shows up and goes like, fuck you guys. You guys are insane. And just fucking starts fucking us all. We're done. We're done for. We're going to create our own destructor, or the sun's going to blow up. I don't know which one happens.